Life, Love, and Lipstick.
Welcome to Life, Love, and Lipstick with Lesley Stewart and myself, Tracy Lynn. Welcome back. How are you?
Hi, Tracy. I'm doing okay. Thanks. I've been loving the hot weather. I don't know about you, but love it. I love it.
I love the hot weather. I keep saying I'm going to go through my summer clothes and I haven't had a chance to, but I know that now's the time. I think it's safe zone to say that we can start pulling out all the summer stuff.
Oh yeah. Like the heat is intense, and I've already heard people starting to complain about it, and I'm like, no way. We have like 8 months of winter where we live here in Southern Ontario. So bring it on. Bring on 90 plus, whatever.
I love it. I'm a beach bum, but I know you're wearing a lovely shade of yellow today, and you look super summery. And then there's me in my black again.
That's okay, because your shirt's cool. What does it say, Tracy?
Okay. So this is from my friend Carla. She does, her business is called Wear Misunderstood. Okay. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try to do this. So it says proud member of the Bad Moms Club.
So you.
Yeah. I saw it. I'm like, yes, please. I need one of those. So it's obviously based off that movie, The Bad Moms, spin off of Bad Moms. I love that movie. I can watch it so many times. And then there's the Christmas one, Bad Moms 2.
Oh, see, and so I totally missed that. And I've slightly blanked on parts of the first one. So I obviously need to go back because I really wanted to watch it with some of my girlfriends. I remember at the time. So
funny because you look at each character. It's like Sex in the City.
Yes.
You have all these different female characters. And then you're like, okay, well, which one would I be?
Right.
You look at their personalities, but I always stand by, I believe, like even with Sex in the City and Bad Moms, it's kind of, we're a little bit of all of them.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes, right? You almost don't want to put yourself in just one basket there.
No, but it's funny when you also watch Bad Moms, you start thinking about your girlfriends and you're like, oh yeah.
Yes.
And she is.
Oh, for sure you do. You do. And maybe that's not fair, but we do because we are all different versions of moms.
Yeah. And then they're the ones that are turning around saying, no, that's you. And I'm like, no, that's you.
That's just only a little bit of me.
Yeah, because that seems to be the style right now, rocking those really cool t-shirts and, bands or sayings, phrases. So that's what I'm doing today, wearing my black t-shirt. But I love t-shirt and I'm not in a sweater this time.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you and I both decided last time we both wore like jean jackets and it was like 100 degrees outside. So I'm getting better.
And the worst part, your air wasn't on or it wasn't even installed yet. Right. No. And I didn't even put the air on because I wasn't expecting it to be that hot.
It was really, really dumb of us.
You're under lights and we're both like,
we like doubled down that day. Oh my goodness. Anyway.
So speaking of movies,
yes,
Stephen King's, you sent over a thing that he is redoing Christine.
Yeah. So Christine, a lot of people will remember this movie from the early 80s, right? Do you remember Christine?
I don't.
Okay. Christine was a creepy movie. It was scary. And it was like this, this girl ends up losing it in the high school and she's like possessed by her car. I don't remember the whole thing, how it goes, but anyway, they're redoing it. And it's the creator of Hannibal. So that whole series, so that will be really extra creepy and good. It's sometimes fun when they bring back the old ones, which is a very big trend right now. I don't know if you've noticed in the last couple of years. Yeah. The pandemic kind of messed things up, but there was a nice flow of redos on all of the old classic horror movies because some of the new ones aren't as good, or maybe it's just me. But
I just felt like nobody could get creative enough to give us that scary movie. So that's why I felt like they were recreating a lot of them, especially the movie It. I don't like clowns. I hate clowns.
No, I hate clowns because of that movie.
I don't even know why I hate clowns. I just know that I hate them. And I've never watched it because I just can't. And and I don't like Santa Claus. I don't like anything that's dressed up in a costume.
Well, no, it's not right. I'd heard, because remember, if you think back like 100 years ago, decades and decades ago, clowns were the thing, right? Well, I mean, look at even Ronald McDonald, right? I mean, kids loved clowns. And then all of a sudden, Stephen King wrote It, and then It came out as a movie. And then our generation all got spooked, and now nobody likes clowns anymore. And clowns have been pushed out of birthday parties. They're not cute.
Like, I just had the mentality of, if you have to paint a smile on your face, there's something wrong. even though I've used that analogy before, because I have been known to say, and I have said this, that I would feel like I was a clown going to center stage. And what I mean by is I go, you paint the smile on some days,
Yeah.
and you go entertain, and then you come back and you wipe the smile off, right? So that's, but then I started thinking, wait, I don't like clowns. Nobody likes clowns. They're kind of creepy. But when it comes with, that's where I was just,
yeah.
I even like the
So,
Easter.
and so there's it. So then there's obviously, you know, when we go back, you know, there's Jason from Friday 13th, there's Halloween, Mike Myers, right? Those movies, right? Chucky.
I wanted a cricket one year. I don't know if you remember cricket. Remember Cricket and Buddy, the doll?
Yes.
My buddy.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted a cricket. And then I saw that movie.
No.
I prayed that I would never get a cricket ever again. Even spin like scared me.
No, I think the movie that scared me the most was the Nightmare on Elm Street series.
Yes.
That got me. I was quite young still, and you know, the whole Freddy thing. I was done. Remember crawling in my parents' bed. My dad's kicking me out, so I slept at the foot of the bed, and he stepped on me. I was desperate. I went to my brother's room. He's like, "Get out!" I was so afraid because the whole premise is you're not supposed to fall asleep because that's how he gets you.
You know what you said? You fell asleep at the foot of your parents' bed, who probably kicked you. You brought back memories because I know I used to do the same thing.
Desperate times.
Even if there was a thunderstorm and you woke up in the middle of the night, right?
Right.
Funny what we'll talk.
Well, I also had a brother who decided to wear scary masks and hide in my closet and slowly open my closet door at night. And you're laying there and I'm looking, I'm like, is the door opening? And then he stopped.
No.
Yeah. And then I had all my stuffed animals around me, like a force field. And then all of a sudden he would slide open the door and like jump on me. Honestly, I don't know how I'm okay right now. How am I okay? I'm not okay, maybe.
My heart just stopped. I feel like I want to go and beat your brother up right now.
Tortured. It was torture. So that's I was a mess as a child, and it all came from these movies and my brother, wearing a wild boar mask and scaring me. So horror movies are something that as an adult, I mean, because I've been a single mom for quite a few years now, I don't watch them anymore. No?
I know on Halloween, someone will always put one on.
Yeah.
And then they'll try to somebody will try to scare me, and it doesn't matter because I guess I just scare very easily, but I can't fall asleep. No. I don't like them. But I also know families that love Halloween movies. There's one family in particular that they crave. They sit there all together and they love Halloween movies. I can't do it.
No,
I just don't want to be scared.
I tried to watch the American Horror Story series and I got into a couple of those over the years because they're a little bit kind of just creepy, right? Yes. I'm not good with the torture stuff, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can't watch that. No. But I got a little bit into the creepy and then I got too freaked out and I stopped watching it too.
Yeah. I mean, I like documentaries about serial killers.
Okay, yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah. I like that. That excites me.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a horror movie.
That's almost creepier though, Tracy, because it actually happened.
I know it is. There's a little insight into me right now. You guys know why I wear black all the time.
Oh, that's why. Now we know. You used to be goth in high school, weren't you?
I was actually. I was. Isn't it funny? People look at it was just a couple of years. I was into alternative because I love all classes of music, but I could probably show pictures, but not over extreme.
Yeah.
I had boundaries.
Well, yes, that's my girlfriends. They were all kind of crossing in and out of that, the whole Batcave or goth thing too. But, they didn't my one friend, her sister, literally did the coke in her hair and, spiked it all up. And and they wore the draping, really into it.
Yeah. Maybe I wore black eyeliner.
Sure. Right.
You know what? I was almost in between a Gap commercial.
Yeah, because you kind of want to dabble in it, right? Because it's kind of fun.
But it's just funny how when you're younger and your trend, the clothes that you pick, how it does follow you as an adult, right? Some things don't change.
Yeah,
you have those go-to. That's why we've talked about this many times. We laugh when people are like, "Oh, the '90s are back." Where did they go?
I know, and I've heard a lot of people say that. They're like, we're not really sure that it actually left.
Yeah, well, they're calling it, what are they calling it? 90s chic or something.
Yes.
There's like a new twist on. It's their twist on the 90s. So
Yeah, it's taken it up a notch, I think, a little bit, maybe in some respects, but
I
don't know. I just blanked out in the last 20 years. I'm not sure where they went. So I thought I was still 20 something. I'm not sure what happened there, but
Yeah, I thought so too. But
yeah.
until I went for a run last night, and I guess I wasn't hydrated enough, but I was going, and I was, I went pretty far, and then all of a sudden I went down
Mhm.
like somebody had shot me because I ended up with a cramp in my calf.
Oh no. Yeah, that's probably need a little water there.
I had to limp for the rest of the way home, and honestly, I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to be so young.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I felt so young. Today, not so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I know. I did a good workout the other day and I can barely walk up the stairs right now. Remember you had that problem a little while ago too. It's okay. It's a good feeling, but oh my gosh.
It's the worst when you work out and then the next day or not even the next day, within hours.
Yeah.
Or sometimes even after that workout, you can't move. And the worst, I think, is when you have to go to the washroom and your thighs are on fire and you're
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is
Mine
when
is
I
my
wish I was a man.
Exactly. You could try, I guess.
Well, they do sell, just so you know, they do sell these like not PP tents, but they're like for females so that they can go to festivals whenever they reopen, or if they're camping, so they can stand up and pee like a man. What? I'm not lying. You can find this online.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh my gosh. Well, you'd have to be more like
The peacock, I think they're called.
Yeah, because the teepee were for little boys. Remember
when you're changing them?
Yeah, when you're changing, so they didn't spray in your face. But of course, I got, I think we've all had. If you have a boy,
oh yeah, it doesn't
sprayed.
You can have like this down pat, like a math question, right? Like,
yeah,
and all of a sudden you miss that switch over.
Yes, you miss the switch over, and you get it, and then they laugh because they think it's really funny.
Or they get it on their face.
Yeah.
You laugh, but then you realize, okay, this is kind of gross.
See, this goes back to your T-shirt and mommies and all the things that.
Proud member of the Bad Moms Club.
Okay, so I gotta switch over to this Netflix show.
Yes,
that's coming up. Speaking of moms and maybe potentially a bad mom. So the show is called Sex/Life. Okay, and it's coming up. I think it's airing on Netflix the end of June. And basically the premise is more what we would often see more in men, but this female in the show, she's happily married, good-looking man, successful life, beautiful kids, beautiful home, but she's being drawn back to some sexy guy from her past, and she feels like he sets her fire, right? Like it's the fire in her that she's missing in her marriage. She's stuck in this kind of blah marriage. And so she kind of starts to pursue it. This is all, again, my understanding from watching the promo. But
this is just from the trailer.
Yeah, I'm just watching the trailer, and the trailer's good. So people have to watch it. So Sex/Life, and you can go on, it's on YouTube. Yeah. And apparently, so the husband finds out she's been kind of messing around by reading her online journal. And instead of leaving her, he fights for her. And he said, let's bring all that steam and hot that you have for this guy into our marriage.
Okay, I'm trying to bring it up right now on my phone, but it's not working. But there is no way.
Yeah. I know.
I think that guy's gonna turn around and be like, "Oh, it's okay, honey. Let me be the guy. Mm-hmm. Let me be the guy that you are actually hot for."
I just know. I think majority of men are more. I know a lot of jealous girls too. I just don't have a jealous personality, but I know that there are a lot of men are very jealous of their women. Like they want they're theirs, right? And I can't imagine knowing that, if I was a man, knowing my wife cheated on me, like almost like embracing it and saying, no, I'm fighting for you. But I guess that was his version.
I guess people do that.
Yeah, I guess people do. I mean, people fight for it, right?
But it's more common a female fighting for a man.
Yeah.
When he's cheating versus the other way around. Because like you said, most guys, you become almost like they become very territorial, right? Like
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say controlling, but it's like, like
But territorial. Yeah.
like that's mine. And
Right.
you
And
touch it.
especially like in this show, I mean, her husband is a good looking guy already.
Trying to see why I can't
I
bring
mean,
this
it's
up.
not like he's let himself go and she's looking for hotness. He is already, but again, she's bored, she's stuck. It's, and I guess she's just looking for there's something. I guess it doesn't matter what, the person looks like in your marriage if you're missing the
Okay, so I have this up right now.
Yeah, are you watching it as we speak?
Yes, because yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the other
You're
guy's
right, the husband's a good-looking dude.
He is, and he's walking around without a shirt on, like shirt half undone, and but
I'll watch that later.
I know, but I think it is. I think it's definitely one of those shows people are going. It's going to kind of get you thinking. Like, I don't know. I mean,
I'm really shocked because I mean, I am looking for a new series to watch because I like good, like I like Why Women Kill.
Oh yeah,
that one was really good.
That fits in with the things that you like to watch.
But yeah, pretty much. What else is that one? Do you remember Dirty John? Did you ever watch that?
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, watch it.
Dirty John. Okay.
Dirty John. It's a series. Now they have part 2 out as well, like another storyline, and it is an actual real story.
Okay.
It's a real story. So a lot of women have come forward to say that they've been dirty Johned, or DJ'd. It's just about men or a man. This one in particular took advantage of a female. She was divorced. She thinks she'd been married a few times. She's kind of naive. I mean, your self-esteem goes down. Yeah. Anyway, he latches onto her. He uses her for money.
Oh, that does sound familiar. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it does.
Kind of like is very, want to talk about controlling, like she couldn't do anything.
Yes. You know what? I think somebody had recommended for me to watch that a while back too. And I forgot all about it.
It's good. And I haven't seen the second one yet. Storyline yet. I haven't gotten to that one, but wow, I think I'll watch this.
Yeah. Well, I know with Netflix, I mean, a lot of people in the past year, I know you live a very busy life like I do, Tracy, and I never really ever had time to watch Netflix. And I was always jealous of people at work. They're always talking about the series they're on. I'm like, I want to watch a series. So finally, the first series I ever watched was Virgin River on Netflix. It's really good. I fell in love with the characters and the show, and I started watching it, I guess, when I don't know, was wrapping Christmas presents this past year. And they have a second season or a third season coming out. So I binge watched it. Then it was over. Then I was sad, like a lot of people do. You get depressed because you need more. But they have another season coming out soon. So that's another good one for people to watch. It's a good movie.
I mean, I usually start a series and I'll watch like 2, maybe 3, and then I try to get back to it. And sometimes I just don't get back to it right away because I started Younger, which was on Amazon. The 40-year-old, the 40-ish year old that was going through a divorce, and she couldn't get back into the job force because, I mean, we've discussed this too. Yeah. When you're mom and you're the primary, your career takes center stage. Like it's kind of put back there. And then when you try to come back, there's not really much there. Things have changed. And there's a lot of 20-year-olds walking around doing your job.
You know what? It's very true. And that's been a big, focal point during the pandemic as well. A lot of the headlines have been mentioning how women have been more deeply impacted by having to work from home or not being able to work from home because they're also homeschooling. And so the husband's been out and the women are losing their jobs, because somebody has to give.
Yeah. And then obviously we know here where we are, kids aren't going back to school anytime soon.
No.
September.
Right.
But I can't wait for summer break because you're right. Even though you are working, and no matter if you're working from home or if you're working outside, you are still in the mentality of, okay, is my kid up? Are they focused? Are they doing their job? Are they handing in their work?
Right. And my son has been done for a really long time now. And oh boy, it's been an emotional battle. And I know for people from the youngest kids to the oldest, it's just been a really tough go because the online for most people doesn't work. It's hard.
No, I mean, it works in small segments.
Yeah.
As we were talking about Sometimes shows you don't want to sit there for the full amount
Yes.
because of our attention span. It has nothing to do with the quality or if it's funny or good or not. It's our attention span. We can only absorb this amount of info at one time. So
Yeah, very
I'll be
true.
looking forward to September when the kids go back. That's for
Oh,
sure.
I know, me too. I think everybody, of course, we're learning that, you know, here in Ontario, things are opening up a little bit more,
Yes.
coming up this Friday. So we get some patio time, a little bit of retail, very limited, but it's starting to feel better. People are starting to get into second doses of vaccines for those of you who have chosen, which, you know, is things are moving ahead here.
I am so excited. I can't wait to go to a store and buy some new stuff. And I don't mean that because I have to have the newest thing. It's not that. There's certain stuff that I don't know why it wasn't essential, but I don't know why I couldn't buy a bra.
Oh yeah, I know, because those are essentials. It is strange.
There's a lot of essentials that should have been easy access, but I'm just looking forward to just that's the only aisle I want to walk down. It is retail therapy aisle. Like that's where I want to be.
I know. Well, for the other day, for the first time ever, I actually ordered a bathing suit online, and we all know bathing suits are the most difficult thing to fit.
Okay. I was going to ask you actually. I wanted to buy some bathing suits, but I don't know where to go online because, like you said, you order it, it looks awesome. Sizing's usually off.
Yeah.
It don't come in that quality.
Well, you know what I did is, I'll just a little shout out. My top drawer is so good because I actually had bathing suit tops from there before, and it's sized like a bra. So I went, and luckily it hadn't faded, and I saw the size on one of my other bathing suits. I went to that actual company online, ordered it, and then curbside pickup. They were amazing. It was there within like a couple of days, and I lucked out.
Okay, but when you got it, it looked good.
It did. It was amazing. I can't even believe that happened. Now, actually, funny enough, the bottoms I ordered too big. Like, you know, I've size morphia thing. But they were able to, you know, I just got a smaller size. That was it. But the top, which is the most difficult part, fit.
Yeah. Well, not for me.
Really?
I feel like I need, I don't know, you know, you talk about sizing and stuff. I know I always buy my clothes a bit bigger.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just find it really hard to size. Not that, you know, but I just,
It is.
you know, you get bottoms and, you know, I'll get like a small and it looks like I'm wearing a thong.
Well, this is what I did. I ordered a medium and they were like a diaper. I'm like, what? My mom's like, you are not a medium. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't want tight, like bathing suit bottoms. Like you said, I don't want them to be all like things hanging out.
I'll tell you, when I walked on the beach the other day and I was having some body issue moments at that time. I went to the beach and I was just in a sundress, right? It was because it was warm. And I'll tell you, felt really good to take a good look around because I was seeing bums that I never thought I would see. But I was actually very happy because I'm looking at these young women or all women, all different sizes, all different shapes, frames, everything. And I was like, why can't I be like them and just be happy with what I have?
I know. I know.
What I mean?
I am with you. I am really hard on myself. Like
I was so jealous. I was jealous sitting there because I just was like, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, girl. I'm glad you feel confident. Like I was really rude. I wanted to high five or slap some butts if I could have because it looked amazing. And there's me and I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. Oh my gosh. I just can't.
Meanwhile, you would look amazing, but you can't get that out of your head. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, and I mean, I was dancing every day, I was super fit, and I would go to a pool and I would put an oversized t-shirt over. I would always put a t-shirt over my bathing suit. Did you do that as a younger teen?
You'll still see me with some sort of wrap, either a wrap, like, but you know, I love my muumuus, like the kimono style, or I'm in shorts.
Right.
Try to like cover up or a tank or something, like a loose one.
Right. Like, isn't it funny? But you know, as you say, some people are just super confident and just let it roll.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on.
There's two ways how I've always felt. One, I thought I always looked bad. So either I feel like I don't look good enough to wear the bathing suit, or I have been body shamed because I've been extremely fit.
Mm-hmm.
When you're lean
Yeah.
and muscular, like
Yes.
I do use a lot of weights.
Yeah.
So I felt like and then I was like, okay, well, I was insecure both ways,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Because no matter what I look like, I was getting body shamed. And I'm 42 and I still get body shamed, or, there's
Mm-hmm.
always someone making a comment about this or that. But
Yep.
we're hard on ourselves, right?
Well, and I mean, I just happen to have a larger upper body, chest area that just was gifted to me all of a sudden when I was 16 years old. It just, boop, there it was. And so that for me was very, very hard on me. And it's interesting how a lot of people would think, well, that's lucky you, but it's not. As a young girl, and especially dancing, and men would just stare at your chest and it would make you very uncomfortable. So I would just constantly put t-shirts over and baggy things. I wore like 3 sports bras.
Really?
And my mom's like, what are you doing? I just don't like that kind of attention. But, as you get older, you have to realize this is my body. I have to accept it for what it is. And, you just grow to love you, right? You have to.
Yes. Yeah. And funny that you just said that, because here I was always small chested. I feel like I'm kind of getting a little bit bigger with age, which I don't know. It's a family trait, to be honest with you. Once you hit your 40s, all of a sudden your breasts come in.
Yeah, that can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. But growing up, I was always like, oh, I wish I had
Yep.
bigger breasts. I wish that I just didn't get an A for effort. Right. And then, like you say, there's just insecurities and stuff that come along, both sides of it.
Both sides. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. It's been a big thing for me, like my whole life, like really has. Like I would never want that kind of attention,
Yeah.
But
I'm noticing that now with certain things, and just because we don't have access to a lot of retail, and you wear stuff, and you just feel you're kind of like,
yeah, over here.
eyes on the prize, bud.
Yeah, and I would never be one of those people that would ever wear anything that would draw attention to it either, right? So I would be like turtlenecks, as I say, like multiple bras. I mean, so it wasn't like I was trying, but it can mark you when you're young. As you say, if someone says something or acts a certain way or looks, it changes you.
Yeah. So we really have to stop, whomever's listening, no more body shaming, be proud of ourselves, no matter how we look.
Yeah.
We need to be confident.
Yes, we're all different shapes and sizes. That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah. So anyways, kudos to all the women that I saw this weekend or just the other day. Amazing. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to high five them all, but
own it.
Weird, 6 feet apart, can't touch, can't be around anybody.
No.
But I did, but I am that female that will go up to a woman. And if you're shopping, like grocery stores or whatever, I have said to a female, your butt looks amazing. Like, you look incredible.
Your butt.
Because you know what? Yeah, because I just feel like we don't give out enough compliments.
No.
And I'm not just saying it because I just want to say it, but I'll see a female be like, damn, you look good.
What do they say? How do they react?
They're just, and it's the same way that I react too. You're like,
right. Who, me? You talking to me?
Because we, for some reason, most of us, and again, that's not everyone, we have a really hard time accepting compliments. You know what? I'm grateful for them, but I just feel very uncomfortable. I don't know how to accept it.
And you know what? I think people who are humble, feel that when someone compliments you and you say thank you, it's almost like you're being egotistical by saying thank you. Because I know what you mean. Like, I don't ever want to come across that way. And so you almost don't know what to say. So I often will make a joke of it, or I'll give them, I don't know, if someone says something about, oh, I like your hair. I'll give them out all the information of how to get to the girl. Like, cause I don't know what else to say.
It's this new shampoo that I bought. It's all healthy now, actually.
Like, like it just, but it's nice. It's nice when women say nice things to other women. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I just figure, you know what? If you're going to put it out there and walk by me and look great, I'm going to tell you that you look amazing.
Why not?
Why not? So in other news, I mean, sad news, actually, Shannen Doherty, her breast cancer is back again.
It's really unbelievable, isn't it?
Very public about her ups and downs with this. And breast cancer, stage 4.
Stage 4. And I saw her in a clip yesterday talking, and she just looks so exhausted and so just feel like worn out, right? Like, how could this, basically it's like, how could this happen to me is what she said, but well, why not me? She said it can happen to anybody. And it's just sad because she thought she beat it, I guess, a couple of years back. And here we are again, right?
I follow her on social, more so on Instagram, and she's been very public about everything.
Yes.
Her husband's been an amazing support system for her, because she went through a lot of issues. She went through something with a manager that stole her money, right? So she didn't have enough money to pay for the treatment.
Right, because we're down in the US, right? And healthcare and that. Right. And remember they did like a show for 90210 a couple years ago, right? And it was right when Luke Perry had passed. So she said, I guess she was unwell at the time. It was around her diagnosis, but she did the show for him, I guess, as well. She said, I felt like I needed to be part of that and for everybody else.
Yeah, that was the Beverly Hills, I don't want to say reboot, because it was a mix of things, the way they did that one.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember exactly what they called it.
Like they picked up, but it was an odd pickup.
Yes. Right. And of course, Luke had just passed, right, when they were about to shoot.
Yeah, it didn't. I was kind of bitter for that one. I'll be honest. It was just kind of like, well, you wrecked it for me. Just like the Friends reunion. I was bored. I was bored within like 20 minutes into it. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm over it.
I was just more into the Friends cast than I was the cast of 90210. I just like the Friends cast better. But
the Friends cast. Let's hop on the Friends reunion there.
I
know it's been a little bit of time since we have sat down and chatted. I felt old. I was looking at the actors and the actresses, and I was like, oh my God.
Well, they're all older than us.
I'm like, oh man, oh my God, I got all these lines. Why do I look older than they do?
It's called they've had work done.
Yeah, and I just,
it's okay. Yeah,
it's interesting. Jennifer Aniston, she's the same person, the same character. Like she's really like that is just her. She only does one character.
Yeah, I know it's her. But everybody's loved her. She had a good run in the movies too, because she has such a huge fan base, right? Everybody just loves Jennifer, even if she's always Jennifer.
Yeah, even when she was talking and just being herself, was being Rachel.
And she looks amazing.
I know.
She's, she takes care of herself though. She's healthy and takes care of herself.
Yeah.
But I mean, the youngest person on that show is Matthew Perry, and he's 51, right?
Really?
Yeah. And the rest of them are older than that. So I know I kind of didn't really figure that all out before. I knew Lisa Kudrow, she's the oldest, right? Yeah. And then Matt LeBlanc, right? And then and I think, and Jennifer Aniston, she's the exact same age as, I'm trying to think of my brother. So what, 52 is she? Or I think so. Matthew Perry, then Jennifer Aniston, then I guess.
Did you know that Matthew Perry and Courtney Cox are actually related?
No.
Did some ancestry things, so it's like I'm talking like this person, that person, kind of far down the line.
How weird is that?
A family connection.
Oh, I mean, incredible casting on that show. So obviously there's something there in the bloodline.
Well, I will say that's probably the one part that I really enjoyed about the reunion was how they casted the characters.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
so good. And I mean, I agreed. I think it was brilliant casting. There's there's definitely a knack for that, and that's what made the show go, right?
It was fun, but yeah, I think I'm done with all these reboots right now. So
yeah, me too. Yep, me too. Me too.
So, yeah. Well, it was so fun to catch up with you too.
Same. I agree with you. It's been a good show.
Yeah, and just I hope you stay cool because this weather. We're in summer mode.
I know. Love it. Love summer in Ontario.
Hopefully one day we'll be doing this show poolside.
Yes.
And yes, we'll just.
I agree.
Drink.
Well, hopefully everybody gets a chance to hit a patio this weekend and live it up outside and start living again. This is just hopefully the beginning of changes to come in the positive direction. So, all right.
So we guys will look forward to talking to you guys next week. Don't forget to follow us on social. And if you'd like to talk about anything or if you'd like to come in on the show, just DM us and we'll get you on. Anyways, guys, take care. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye, guys.
Life, love, and lipstick.